reading about a sleeping time that an average human being has to spend like 8 hours a day. To me, it seems like it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And reading about like Tzaddikim, it said that they didn't sleep much.
Mm-hmm.
Even David Amelech, he would have like very short naps throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering, is the fact that we have to sleep for a third of a day every day in order to function, is it some sort of a punishment or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a good question, very practical question. So why do we sleep so much, right? That's the bottom line. So Rambam in Hilchos Deos, he said clearly, person must sleep 8 hours a day, right? Clear. So he said if he can do with less, so he can do with less. But 8 hours is like 8 hours like average for a normal person. But more than 8 hours, it's not good for anybody. I mean, for at least for most of the people, it's not good. It's not productive. And on one hand, on the other hand, it says in Hilchos Talmud Torah, those of studying Torah, Rambam said that the nights were created only to study Torah. The moon was created only for people who study Torah. Of course, they didn't have electricity, so when you have full moon, right, and even where I live, like if you sit next to the window, let's say nothing is blocking, let's say your window, and you have this moon, you can read. You can read. Of course, it's like it's not as good as your electric light, but it's more or less you can read. So he said if person would know that the value of the Torah studied at night, he would never spend one minute in sleeping at night. So our sages ask, there is a commentary there. So like Rambam, Mr. Rambam, so we should sleep 8 hours, or do not sleep at all, or don't sleep during the night or something. So and also just explain. So of course, like it's not, learning at night is very very valuable. Cannot compare during the day, and that's why all of the Tzaddikim, they would get up at night, at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and they would study until the Shacharis, and then pray Shacharis and continue with and then do the nap, right, and then continue with the Seder of the day, right? So it was absolutely normal for all of the righteous people, but some of us need to go to work, so it's not going to work so much. So not sleeping at all at night, right, and sleeping 8 hours, it's a huge difference, right? So our poskim explained that a person has to sleep like a minimum amount that he needs for his body, right? So whatever your body needs. So if you need to sleep 8 hours, otherwise you cannot function. So that's your limit. You must sleep 8 hours. So if person can go can do with 6 hours, let him sleep 6 hours, right? If he can function normally after 6 hours, that's the thing, right? So if you can learn the whole night, learn the whole night. If you need to sleep 8 hours, sleep 8 hours. You understand? So because Torah expects us to go in ways of nature. So most of us, of the ways of the nature. Meaning, if you you need to work to support your family. So if you're going to go sleep, you're going to be a big hero and sleep 3.5 hours when you need 8, and you're going to work, and you will be very unproductive. So it's actually, it's not, there is no mitzvah. Let's say you learning Torah, it's actually not the other like opposite is shown. You're actually stealing from your employer. So he expects you at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. To be on your peak of your productivity, right? But you're at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. You're very, very sleepy. You're trying to keep your eyes open. Understand? So sleep as much as you need to. So of course, as we just said, usually for average person, it's from 6 to 8 hours usually. So okay. Okay, so just a reminder. So we started our classes at 8 p.m. now, from now on until the end of the winter at least, until the switch time back. Okay, go ahead. Any other questions?
Thank you very much, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
About this issue of sleeping or sleep, I heard the Satan is the one that is in charge to get the person tired. He's in charge to inflict tiredness to the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, how can we recognize, how can we spot if the tiredness we're having at certain points of the day is inflicted by the Satan or is because we didn't sleep enough?
Mm-hmm. I mean, as I said, we have to go by the natural ways of the world. So if you know yourself, if you know your body for so many years, and you know that you must sleep 7 hours minimum, let's say, and you slept 4, so it's like it's normal. So it's not Satan. But if you say sleep 8 hours, like you need 7.5, but you slept 8, and you're very, very tired, so that's it's you're only tired only when you're involved in learning Torah, do it something productive. So as soon as I saw it many times, it's like almost fell from my chair laughing. Of course, I did not even smile, but it was unbelievable. I saw it many times with my eyes. Right? So we used to have a guest, like every Friday we have a guest, every Shabbos day we have the guest, right? And people who are like a little far, like removed from the Torah, we're trying to bring back, and we try to speak Dvar Torah, and person like he sits on at the table. So even in the winter, like when Shabbos starts like 5 p.m., 5 like you know, so a person would go like fall asleep and he cannot like and it's I mean I feel so bad for a person, but it's very, very interesting to watch this, right? I finished, or somebody else has finished, right? Saying Dvar Torah, and the person asks this new person, so what do you do for a living? Of course, it's not appropriate. I cannot stop I cannot be big policeman. And this guy got alert, and he started talking like somebody give him a shot or something, talkative shot, like he never slept, like I mean, like such a boost of energy. It's unbelievable. So that's a Satan, like when the holiness, holiness of Dvar Torah, it's too much for the body to handle, right? So it shuts down, right? And when the nonsense is, it's full alert, and it's my personal thing. So that's I actually that's how the Satan work, and we try to learn from a Satan. Right, and apply it against him. So when something like this is happening, for example, there is I'm such a situation, and there is such a picor is speaking, and I cannot leave for whatever reason, right? Or something is going on, or I don't want to hear. So I do exactly the same with myself, right? The natural infliction. So I put myself to sleep. Like I could be like looking at you like with open eyes, but I be sleeping. You understand? So I was training myself for some time. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But but many times when it was critical for me not to listen to one word what was said, and I had to be on that place, and I had to like shut down my mind completely. I was able to several times. Baruch Hashem. Hashem of course had the mercy on me. So so we learn from Satan, and another lesson actually what we learned from Satan: be annoying. So how is annoying? Like a fly, right? A fly, you're trying to eat something, fly comes, you shoo it away. Okay, you may be upset, maybe you yell at it and you laugh at it, so maybe you even hit it. Okay, guess what? 30 seconds later, it's back, always, constantly, right? Until you maybe finished, maybe you did not finish, maybe you decided not to finish today, maybe later on you understand? So fly comes back. And that's Satan. Just because you won yesterday does not mean that he's going to leave you alone. So he's going to come back. So with our service of Hashem, our sages teach, teach, learn from Yetzer constantly. Okay, I failed today, completely failed, completely. Right, I was embarrassed myself. Right, so okay, continue again, come back again. Just because you failed, just because the fly failed to eat from your plate, does not mean it's not coming back. Maybe it's even more motivated. And same should be with us. We have to learn from the fly and be very, very annoying, very, very right, coming back, even stronger. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Rabbi. That was great. Thank you very much. So there's another question on the board. It says, on the topic of sleep, if someone has a hard time dealing with oversleeping, what strategies can he use?
Hard time with oversleeping, meaning that the person tend to oversleep, like that's the thing.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, that's the only thing it says. It says oversleeping, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So I think I gave this advice once, and that works for me. But in general, but it worked actually for with other people who I gave this advice. So you can give yourself penalty, for example, because you could not get up, right? For like if you put like alarm very, very loud. So I have during the week I use alarm in my cell phone. It's very loud, very, very loud, like like small room, and it's very loud alarm, acoustic, unbelievable. You jump. Right, and I have me personally, I have several alarms, and they hit snooze. So 5 minutes later, I have another alarm. So it's like the alarms would drive me crazy, and me personally, I would get up. So it's like you have to be prepared not to shut off alarm, and plus you can penalize yourself. Right, so if I'm going to oversleep to like 15 minutes, I'm going to give whatever significant amount for you, not small amount, significant amount that you would feel very bad. Okay, maybe even 1 day of your salary, maybe half a day of your salary, like significant. Okay, so and like everybody understand the penalty, and that's why people do not drive faster. Because why? Because there are cameras. So where I live, like you see, they're not hiding. I'm not sure if they're connected, not connected. That's a different story. But they clearly said the camera, so watching you. So like people stopped going on a red light. So it's in olden days. So you don't see police. People going like on a yellow on red light, right? Who cares? There is no police. But now when there are cameras like in intersection, they take pictures. People start driving much more nicely. At least in that area. In different area, they still do whatever they do. But so meaning what? That penalty helps. So we have to penalize ourselves. Yes.
Thank you very much, Rabbi.
You're welcome.